Manny, congrats on your win again. First round submission so quick. Did you think it would last so short?
I always go under what my coach says, and he has shown me his predictions. He thought that I was going to win the first round, and so whenever Bill tells me something, I just, I don't want to count on it, but I always feel like he has a very good understanding of the sport and how the fight's going to go. So I trust him completely.
And now, after 2 straight wins in the UFC, 2 by submission, would you like now to fight somebody from top 15 in your division, let's say?
I actually just called up Benito Lopez in the cage. I'd like to fight him because I think we're both young up-and-comers, and I think that sport's a very like a dog-eat-dog sport, and I think that I can take that undefeated record from him, and I'd like to put that one on my record.
How do you think you would match up against Benito?
Me and Benito, I think I'm more dangerous than Benito everywhere.
So when you got a fight like this where it's over so quickly, like what are the biggest takeaways you can have from a performance like that? Because there's not a whole lot to critique.
I mean, I have 2 UFC fights and 2 finishes. A lot of guys in the UFC get by through decisioning people. They put on boring fights, but I think both of my fights have been, for better or worse, they've been pretty crazy fights, and I think that the UFC would probably enjoy seeing me more. So, I'm here as long as they want me.
Can you talk us through that the ending sequence there? Because I think you dropped him first, didn't you?
Yeah. So let's see. The fight started. I think he threw a couple kicks, went on my leg. Nothing too crazy. I was measuring him out, and then when I felt the distance was right, I just let the right hand go. I've been working on my whole game, because my first performance, I didn't feel like I lived up to what I could have done, and I think tonight I put on a little bit more of a show on the kind of fighter I actually am. I think I'm a much more complete fighter than what people are considering me to be.
And considering that this is obviously contender for performance of the night with a first round submission. Is that something that you think about, like while you're in the cage, when you at what point do you start realizing or thinking about that?
Well, I think when the fight starts, I think I could use an extra $50,000 in my pocket. So, the whole time it's something that after my first fight, as soon as I locked in the choke, I thought, yes, this is an extra, X amount of money. And then this time after I knocked him down, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Even if he got back up and then dropped me or whatever it was, I was like, this is a good start to a fight, And it just happened so quick that.
Is there like an extra bonus as well, considering that you had to wait? You guys were supposed to fight earlier. Fight got scrapped. Is it like an extra sort of like?
Well, I think. Yeah, no, I really wanted to fight him down in Liverpool just so that I can get so by now I'd probably have a third fight in the UFC. But things happen the way they happen, and I don't blame him for because he had an infection which he can't control. So I'm just glad that I'm just glad that I got the matchup that I got to show off my skills with that kind of matchup. And I was just telling somebody else too, like he's an experienced fighter. He's been through tough. He's 10-3, I believe he was before me, and then he's fought. He's a different kind of fighter. He's one of those tough UK fighters, more kickboxery, and I think I landed more significant strikes, and then I choked him out. So.
Is there anything more satisfying about knocking someone down and then submitting them? I remember Donald Cerrone talking about it once, how it's extra satisfying. You've kind of beaten them twice.
Yeah, well, in the moment, in the cage, I was like, what do I do with this now? It's like he's on the ground, I have to get down and choke him out. But yeah, it is definitely satisfying, hitting somebody, dropping them, and then choking them out. I think it's I just think it's funny because not only did I choke him out, which is most of my finishes are most of my finishes are all chokes, but now it's like I choked him out. But if you look deeper into the record, I also dropped him first. So.
Is it hard to fight like a guy who's such a nice guy like Davey as well? Like he's notoriously such a smiley, happy person. Does that make it more difficult?
No, because me and him, I feel like are very similar in our personalities. Like the first time I saw him. I was on the second floor balcony of a hotel. He was on the bottom, and then we looked down. And we had never met each other before, but we both just raised our hands, hey, what's going on? And then we started talking. He was FaceTiming his kid or something, but we both just started talking, hit it off from there. It's not really tough because I've been friends with other opponents before, and then they still try to take my head off. So.
It is a pretty busy year for you when it comes to fighting. Would you like to fight one more time?
Yeah,
this year?
Yes. I would love to fight one more time this year. Right now I'm actually going on a little Europe trip, so I'm going to be traveling. So if you guys are in Paris, you guys are in Italy, you guys can find me there on a beach somewhere. But, you know, definitely 6 months is way too long for me to go without fighting. If the UFC comes into Boston next year, like I know they usually come in January, that's my hometown. I would definitely love to go represent all my family, all my friends. I love to represent South Shore Sport Fighting, Rugged RX Fitness, Cage Titans. You know, my little town of Abington just has like just the most sincere people, and I would just love to see them all rile up and go down to the TD Garden and just, you know, support me down there. So.